guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Abimbola. So if this is your first time on my channel or you've been here before but have never subscribed, can I please ask you to just click on the red subscribe button now and then click on the bell icon to turn your notification on so you are notified whenever I drop a new video. If you've already subscribed, it's good to see you again. Thank you guys. A few days ago, a man broke two gates and forced his way into the compound where a house occupied by the Ooni of Ife, Oba Enitan Ogunwusi, was located in his Ile Odua's palace in Ile Ife. According to sources, several shots were heard around the palace and one man was said to have been arrested in connection with the incident. So, somebody who preferred anonymity and lives in Enuwa, where the palace is located, said a man driving a Mercedes-Benz car with two passengers had driven to the entrance of the palace some minutes before 7 o'clock. The security men at the entrance denied the vehicle entry and asked the driver to park. But before they could check the vehicle, two of the passengers had disembarked and ran away, while the driver forced his way in. He hit the first gate and drove straight towards where Ooni lives. So he also succeeded in breaking the second gate and was already near Ooni's residence. He later disembarked. The man was said to have dressed in a long robe and had a dog with him. The dog was later shot dead while the man was apprehended. The man was later taken to More police station in Ile Ife. Apparently, all the efforts made to speak to Ooni's spokesperson, Mr. Moses Olafare, has not been successful, as calls to his mobile line did not connect, while he had not also responded to inquiries sent to him through text messages. A palace source who preferred anonymity because he was not authorized to speak on this issue also stated that the person who forced his way into the palace was arrested by security men, and then he added it was not an attack on the palace or Kabiyesi as being insinuated. The shots people heard must have been when security men shot at the dog the suspect came with. I'm not sure how many of you know who Esabod is. She's popularly known as Esabod Iya Ewe. She's a blogger and lives in Ireland. She has this ongoing feud with the Ooni of Ife, which she claims has been ongoing for the past 4 years. She has a large following on Facebook and her followers are called Omo Ewe. Apparently, Esabod sells herbs, so that's why she's called Iya Ewe. People have pointed accusing fingers at Esabod following the strange visit of the three men to the Ooni's palace. About 1 or 2 weeks ago, Esabod's daughter called Hannah was attacked by some unknown men outside her house. Hannah was said to have been saved by a tree that fell and covered her. Apparently, neighbors rushed out to see what was going on when this tree fell. So according to Esabod, the attackers ran away and left their car behind. Esabod went on Facebook after this attack and pointed accusing fingers at the Ooni of Ife, Oba Enitan Ogunwusi. She did promise in that video to deal with the Ooni. She did not actually say how she planned to do this. Some people left comments on Esabod's video where she was accusing the Ooni and stated that this was not the first time her children had run into wahala and that this attack had nothing to do with Oba Ogunwusi. But Esabod insisted that it was the Oba that sent those people to her daughter. In a country like Ireland, though, the perpetrators of this attack on Esabod's daughter will be found eventually, and whoever was responsible will be exposed. Although this could take some time, as the car they abandoned may have been stolen and not belong to any one of them. But CCTV would have picked them at one point or the other before, during, or after the attack. Ireland is not really Nigeria where people get away with all sorts of things. So based on what Esabod said in her video about retaliating, people have accused her of being responsible for this strange attack at the Ooni's palace. She refused to debunk or accept this rumor and stated she would have said something tangible if a reputable journalist had contacted her and interviewed her regarding this accusation. But that because this accusation about her being the brain behind the attack started from Abike Jagaban, she was not going to say much about it. Esabod feels that Abike Jagaban has been paid by the Ooni to shade her on Facebook because she says this all the time. Although this sounds a bit ridiculous to me, why would the Ooni pay Abike Jagaban to shade her on Facebook all the time? I don't really get it, really. It sounds ridiculous. I have always wondered what the cause of Esabod's dislike or hatred for the Ooni of Ife was, but finally she revealed this in this video. She said her first issue with the Ooni was when he was interviewed in 2016 and stated that Adam and Eve were not created in the Garden of Eden, but in Ile Ife. Secondly, that the Ooni said the church belongs to Ogun, the god of iron. Thirdly, that he went to Gbagi Market in Ibadan with his staff of office to bestow a chieftaincy title on a woman, and that she felt the Iyaloja should have been the one that came to the palace rather than the king going to the market. She said the Ooni was also caught walking on one occasion, had no wife at a point, and was stuck in the lift at a point. And on each of these incidents, she would talk about it and analyze the situation as a blogger. She said she then discovered later that the Ooni was instigating Abike Jagaban against her on Facebook. I actually thought that the problem Esabod had with the Ooni was something he did to her personally, but I was shocked at the reasons she gave when she did this video. I don't really believe that Esabod was responsible for the strange visitation to the palace. Neither do I believe that the king was responsible for the attack on Esabod's daughter. These two have many other enemies. Honestly, I must say that those people that went to the palace, those 3 men that went to the palace, are very, very brave people. So how these men could have thought that they could successfully carry out an attack on the king, on the Ooni of Ife, in his palace, is what really baffles me. It has not yet been established who was really responsible for the attempted attack on the Ooni as speculated, but he does have some enemies, as I said earlier. There was a video going around some weeks ago where farmers in Osun State accused the Ooni of giving their farmlands to the Chinese who destroyed their crops. The Ooni, however, said he had nothing to do with it. I believe if the Ooni has something to do with it, then the farmers and their family members could be suspects too. How about business associates? The Oba has been a businessman for a very long time, and I believe he's still a businessman even though he's a king. Surely with time, we will know who was responsible for this alleged failed attack on the Ooni of Ife. So guys, what do you think about this? Considering the fact that the Ooni is meant to be the most powerful king in Yoruba land, he's said to be the Arule Oodua of Yoruba land, he's said to be the Ifa priest, he's said to be so many things. Why would anyone be after him? What do you also think about the way Esabod calls him out all the time on social media? Sometimes insulting him in a way that you would never believe anyone would do to a king. It is beyond belief some of the time. And Oba is meant to be respected by all. The Bible actually says that. So leave your comments in the comment section about this, about Esabod and the king, about the attack on the king, about all the things that we've discussed in this video. Please like and share this video with others and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now.
Kò lè bẹ́ o. Bí àwọn ni ò ṣe lè bẹ́ à. Kábíyèsí kò lè bẹ́ à. Ìwọ tún ti fẹ́ gba skit kí o lọ ṣe pé kí àwọn ọmọdé kó máa jẹ inú ìlú rẹ̀. Kábíyèsí ìwọ ló ṣe. Èmi ló ṣe. Ìwọ ló ṣe. Ṣé ìwọ máa pín fún mi nínú? Dandan nìyẹn. Dandan nìyẹn. Ṣé kàńkọ́ ló kábíyèsí nínú wa? Àkọ́tí èmi náà wú bí gàrí Ìjẹ̀bú. Kábíyèsí. Àbí gàrí Ìgbò. Gbogbo nǹkan ló dá lára kábíyèsí ló tọ̀. Ó yẹ kó mi yẹ pàjẹ́. Kábíyèsí ọ. Ṣé o yẹ kó jẹ náà? Àyẹ̀mí ń já. Ẹyẹ ń já. Kí ló ń jẹ láyà? Mi ì fẹ́ kára gbé mi. Oh my God. Èmi náà mọ gbogbo tí ẹ̀yin ṣe. Kábíyèsí you are all rounder. Sórí pé àwa jọ ń sọ. You are all rounder. Mo ti gbẹ báyìí. Ó gbà báyìí. Mo gbẹ kẹ́mú. Ó gbẹ kẹ́mú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Àbí àkàmú ló gbà. Àkàmú. Ṣé àkàmú?
Aliu àti Ọláìyá ẹ̀ńlá sọ̀rọ̀ so a lè ẹ̀ńlá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn á dárúkọ rin so yẹn wá sọ pé yẹn á dárúkọ rin kókó onú rẹ̀ pé kan gbà yẹn.
ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ gbà mí o oko mi lélẹ́yìí o wọ́n ti bà gbogbo ẹ̀ jẹ́ pátápátá kò sí kankan tó kù bẹ́ẹ̀ pátápátá àti ọ̀pẹ àti kòkó àti obì àti ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n ti bà gbogbo ẹ̀ jẹ́ o àwọn China ni wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé láti palace ni wọ́n ti wá palace Ifẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti wá pé kábíyèsí pé ó ti gba òbítíbitì owó pé wọ́n ti fún ní wọ́n ò dẹ̀ inform anybody wọ́n ti bà tiwa jẹ́ o iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ tá a gbójúlé òun náà ti bàjẹ́ òdì kejì náà níbi tí a dúró sí báyìí níbi tá a dúró sí wọ́n máa wú gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ báyìí lọ́kọ̀ òdì kejì wọ́n á tú gbogbo òkè yìí wọ́n á tú gbogbo ẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n á wú gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ so kò sí kankan tó kù fún amọ́ wa àdèlè jalè iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ là ń ṣe. ẹ ṣàánú wa o
kí lorúkọ yín.
excavator tí wọ́n gbé wá nìyẹn excavator tó gbé wá nìyẹn tó fi ń wúlẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ gbé góòlù náà Ìbàdàn mo ti wá Ọláìyá lórúkọ mi ọmọ mo dúpẹ́ ọlọ́wẹ̀
so
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwa ló ní bí báyìí títí lọ dé ìkángun bẹ́ẹ̀ títí lọ báyìí títí lọ kan omi stream is a very small stream òun ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ òun ni wọ́n pè ní òun làwọn sọ pé odò yìí ni erin ńlá òun ni àwọn sọ wípé it is a very big river and it's not a river òun ni omi pẹ́ṣẹ́pẹ́ṣẹ́ ni omi pẹ́ṣẹ́pẹ́ṣẹ́ ni nígbà tí wọ́n bá gbé excavator wọn débẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí expand ẹ̀ yóò wá di odò ńlá wọ́n wá sọ pé odò ńlá ni òun ni very small stream omi ni gbogbo àbáwá dẹ̀ ń mu òní ní tí wọ́n ti bà omi wọ́n ti bàjẹ́ fún wa kò sí bọ́ọ̀lù kò sí kankan omi la máa ń fi wẹ̀ òun náà la máa ń mu wọ́n ti bàjẹ́ ṣe ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ báyẹn o ẹ ti rí báyẹn o àgbójúlé kankan mọ́ kò sí kankan tó ní mọ́ àti ló jalè iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ la ń ṣe láyàn láàyò ẹ̀yin náà lọ sọ pé ká padà sóko ká máa ṣiṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ á tún iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ń tán àwọn kan tún wá kó ra wọn wá láti China wọ́n tún wá ń wú gbogbo ẹ̀ dànù just like that ẹ dákun ẹ gbà wá ọmọ Nàìjíríà o àwọn bàbá ẹ wò wọ́n bá ti sọ wọ́n di aláìníṣẹ́ gbogbo kòkó wọn lápapẹ̀ wọ́n ti wú gbogbo ẹ̀ dànù àwọn àgbàlagbà ni ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ti wú gbogbo ẹ̀ dànù.
ọmọ ti wọ́ gbogbo wa tán o pátápátá o.
iléeṣẹ́ wo ni orúkọ iléeṣẹ́ wọn.
àwọn China ni o.
ẹ dákun ẹ gbà wá o ẹ dákun ẹ gbà wá o ẹ dákun ẹ gbà wá o.